Happy New Year, our beloved audience members. How are you?
This feels New Year, but it's probably the same bull that usually happens.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely. But this movie is officially 20 years old.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So we ended the year with Spider-Man. And we're going to start the year with Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Thon.
Yay, Spider-Man.
Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
But this was obviously the first movie made a shit-tillion dollars, so they were like, "We're gonna make a sequel."
A shit-tillion.
Made a lot of money, so they're like, "Yeah, we gotta
Can
make a
all
sequel."
box office now just be calculated by if it made a shit-tillion or not?
Essentially, yeah. So we were getting a sequel, and this one replaced Green Goblin with Doc Ock.
Makes sense.
Okay, sure.
What do you mean?
Me personally, even as a kid, I was never the biggest fan of Doc Ock.
Really?
Not really a big Doc Ock guy.
I always liked Doc Ock.
I don't know. He just never really appealed to me as four metal arms. Whoopty fucking do. But all right, sure.
Interesting.
New villain. More drama because this is a lot more of a drama than an action movie.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot more of a drama.
definitely.
And just to open the floodgates right now. This is quite possibly outside of the initial run of the MCU, my favorite comic book movie.
Really?
Just gonna say that flat. Outside of, and it even beats some movies I was just talking about. But if we're just talking standalone superhero movie, not involved in the cinematic universe, this is probably at my top.
Interesting.
Just saying that right now. But regardless, we got Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco all reprising their roles. Rosemary Harris reprises her role.
Yeah,
Jake,
everyone's pretty much back.
Yep. I don't think anyone ever gets replaced in this series, as far as I know.
No.
That's good. Sam Raimi returns to direct. I think Danny Elfman still does the music.
He does.
Excellent. So, this movie, I'll be honest, as a kid, to this day, this is the only Spider-Man movie I did not see opening weekend.
We didn't?
Nope.
Really?
We did not. We didn't see this for a minute, actually. It came out the end of June. We didn't see it till like mid-July.
Really?
Yeah. And it bugged the shit out of me because I really wanted to see it. But middle of a move, I guess. It's the best answer I got.
We saw it here, right?
Yep. Yes, we did. We definitely did.
Okay.
Saw it the same day as iRobot.
Did we really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a double feature.
Yeah, it was this and iRobot, and we saw iRobot, I think, its opening weekend.
Well, here's the thing. See, I have vivid memories of us talking about Spider-Man 2, and you telling me we were in our kitchen in Pennsylvania, and you telling me that the show is going to have a wedding and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I heard that from our uncle.
You think so? I just thought you were bullshitting me.
No, I probably heard that from our uncle. Or I made stuff up. I don't fucking know.
I want to say you were bullshitting because you were cruel.
I was like 11.
And an asshole.
What's changed?
I mean, you said it, not me.
Anywho. But yeah, so this movie, we see Peter Parker is struggling.
Can we just say this movie beats the living shit out of this guy? He can't catch a friggin' break.
No, whether it be something little as getting up off the street to getting a drink at a party,
right?
To making it.
Honestly, it's not his fault. Harry's taking the whole distillery and whole brewery with him.
You know, he can't even buy a thing of flowers. It's just Peter Parker is not having a good time.
No, he is not.
So you see at the beginning of the movie that he is a pizza guy now. And Anthony, you know what, actually? I want you to do the plot summary this time, because I always do it, and I'm tired of doing it.
What?
You're doing the plot summary.
What the fuck?
Yeah, go for it. I don't want to do it.
Very well.
I always do it. You've only done it for Lost Boys. It's your turn.
I did it for Pirates.
Okay, you did it for 2. I've done it for every other one. It's your turn.
No, and at least did majority of them.
Okay, since I've been back up to the majority of them, you're doing it this time.
Why are you messing with the order of things, man? I'm just comic relief.
You know what? You know what? New year, new rules. Let's do this.
Piece of filth. All right, so yeah, it starts off like this. Peter Parker's a pizza delivery boy because, of course, he is. Because he's still freelance. And Jonah just keeps giving him Christmas meat. Like, how the hell is that going to pay the bills?
It's not.
And you know if it's Jonah, it's not quality beef.
Oh, there's no way. It's gonna be.
That's like it's Walmart. It's Walmart quality.
Yeah.
But anyway, Peter has this delivery that he has to do, and he comes out of a broom closet, and you have the chick from Bones just kind of staring like, so did he go in there as Spider-Man?
Yes, because he saves these kids. Because he's not going to make it in time, so he's like, I'm gonna just web swing.
It's smart.
And then he saves these kids from playing in the street.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, I'm a fall. And she doesn't question the fact that the delivery guy's in the broom closet.
No, she does. How did he get in there?
Well, we know how he got in there because he's fucking Spider-Man. But
okay, but it's a broom closet. There's no unless he crawled through vents. But like, how did he get out? But
or he just punched through the wall. I don't know.
But he still enters that. So that lady's just like, how the hell did he get in there?
Doesn't even question, just accepts it.
For real, he's like, yeah, you're late. I'm not paying for those.
And he just leaves him there.
This is why everyone prefers your sister Zoe Deschanel, Emily.
I definitely prefer Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah. She would pay for them.
She would.
Because it's Jess.
She'd also have her day and night peanuts, depending on the time of day.
No one cares about that reference.
Look. Anyway, you started this.
Yes, I did start this. So Peter gets fired from the pizza place because he keeps missing deliveries or failing to make deliveries on time.
Because of course he does. Why would he do anything on time? He drives a moped.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, get it together.
Get it together with your life, man.
But he ends up going to Aunt May's house. And Harry and MJ are there. They're like, happy birthday, woohoo! And Harry has long hair now.
Oh my god, thank you for pointing that out.
It plugs the ever-living shit.
It is like Sylvester Stallone, Rocky 3 quaff level.
And Harry, instead of being a friend, he's like, hey, Spider-Man's a dick.
Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that. Is that whiskey?
And Peter at the point is like, dude, stop.
Maybe put down the bottle. I could smell you from the next block over.
And MJ's like blonde now, which is...
It's very light red.
She doesn't look like Mary Jane.
No, she looks like Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, and it bugs me.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Yeah.
Maybe she had to dye it for the play.
That's the only thing I can think of, or Kirsten Dunst just didn't feel like it.
She didn't want to wear a wig or dye her hair.
Yeah, no, not today.
Not today, Zerg.
Something I forgot to mention in the first movie. Did you see that one day, like, she was complaining about the pay difference between her and Spider-Man in the Spider-Man movies?
What?
Like, she went on talking about how big the pay difference was between her and Spider-Man.
I mean, let's be fair. Women did get paid less, significantly, probably more back then.
Here was the response someone had. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know the movie was called Mary Jane.
I mean, it's funny. It's dickish. But it's not wrong.
The movie's called Spider-Man.
Again, I don't know what the pay difference was between the two of them. That's not my job to point that out.
But when, Peter Parker's the main character.
But it's still probably higher than any paycheck I'm ever going to see. So,
but Peter's also in college, and he is falling behind. And for some reason, his professor is Kurt Connors. Was he ever a college professor?
I think some interpretations made him something in college. I don't maybe it was Spectacular. I don't remember, but I do like that Connors is his professor.
It's weird because Dr. Connors, this version, I don't think would ever become the Lizard.
Well, he did it. I think they were going to do the Lizard at some point.
It is what it is. But he wants to. He's failing his class, and he tells.
I wonder how close he is to flunking at this point.
Well, he said, if you don't get this paper turned in, I'm going to fail you. So
Ooh.
he was going to write a paper on Dr. Otto Octavius and talks to Harry, and Harry's like, "Oh, I'll introduce you." We'll get back to that. So Harry and MJ leave. Aunt May's asleep. And why am I taking over his plot summary, Anthony? God damn it. So
because you do it better than me.
God damn it. And he sees that Aunt May is facing eviction, and he feels bad, and she's like, "Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll be fine." Gives him a $20 bill, and he's like, "Aunt May, I can't take this." She flips the fucking script on him.
Yeah,
like, and just immediately like, "I'm so sorry. I just miss Uncle Ben." We'll come back to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, she probably isn't working.
Oh, there ain't no way.
Her house is about to be done. She's having still. I mean, how many years has it been since the first movie at this point?
2 years.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, she says at this point, can you believe it's been 2 years since he was taken?
I must have missed that.
Yeah, she says it, like, in that same scene.
Interesting.
So he's been Spider-Man for about 2 years. Maybe a little bit more. But he has his own apartment, so I guess in between 1 and 2, Harry and Pete kind of had a falling out because they don't live together anymore.
I don't think it was much of a falling out. It's just probably as soon as right after Norman died, Harry probably moved back in.
Yeah, probably.
And probably the breakup with Mary Jane didn't help with that.
Yeah, no. The fact that MJ, Harry, and Peter are all still cool after that weird love triangle in the first movie just makes me scratch my head.
It's kind of baffling.
Yeah, it just... Okay, sure, whatever.
But that also kind of ties in with the general theme of this trilogy.
Yeah, so Harry does introduce Peter to Dr. Otto Octavius, and I will say this. This is one of the best interpretations of Otto Octavius I've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, he's a very likable, kind-hearted, well-mannered individual, which I don't think the original comic book version was.
I really don't know much about Doc Ock, truth be told.
I heard he's kind of a prick in the original comic books. Don't quote me on that.
I know the animated series, he had a summer camp that Peter went to.
That he did. And then in the game, he's also like Peter's like idol or something. Or Peter idolizes him in some way.
So real quick, I know video games isn't really this show's topic. That's more your YouTube channel that we got into.
Yes.
But which version do you prefer? Do you prefer the Insomniac Doc Ock or this one?
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Generally speaking, I'm going to tell you Insomniac. Generally speaking.
Really?
For most of the characters, especially Venom. But
we'll get to Venom next time.
But for Doc Ock, that's a tough one. I definitely prefer the game Peter Parker.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean...
I'm going to give it to the movie for Doc Ock, though,
I think he's... Yeah, me too, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it to the movie for Doc Ock, simply because the game Doc Ock, you feel like kind of could still be a prick. This one,
I mean, he is. He kind of becomes a prick.
Whereas this one, you could see like he had a heart of gold. His intentions were good.
Oh, absolutely.
But in the game, he never really tries to redeem himself. In the movie, he does.
Yeah.
So I'll give that to him, whereas the game Doc Ock just completely became an asshole, actually actively tried to kill Peter when he knew who it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Otto and Peter start bonding because Otto is impressed by how smart he is. And he's there for a couple of hours.
He's there the rest of the day.
And they're talking and they're really getting to know each other. And Otto's giving him science advice and relationship advice.
That's the thing about this and the first one. It's very much Peter versus father figures, in a sense.
Yeah, we don't have that in the third one.
No, you don't have, and another reason why the third one suffers a little bit.
We'll talk about that bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But he shows that he's working on a fusion reactor, the power of the sun in the palm of his hands. And he has these 4 mechanical tentacles to help him harness it with an inhibitor chip on him so they don't control his brain.
Well, yeah, why did he make these things so self-aware?
Because he could.
I mean, this whole would not have this movie if he just made them like, okay, they're linked to my brain. That's all. Without being attached to anyone, they can't do anything.
Why did John Hammond create dinosaurs? Because he could.
Well, he spared no expense.
Exactly. But between all of this, he's like, I'm going to have a demonstration. You should come by. He does.
Well, Peter even says, have you even thought about such and such?
Yeah, Peter points out the flaws in the logic.
Yeah,
and I was like, I calculated for every miscalculation. You sure you did, buddy?
The man flew too close to the sun.
So Peter does go.
Boom.
Because Oscorp's funding it because Harry's in charge of Oscorp now, which I don't know if that's really such a good idea, but whatever.
Nobel Prize, Otto, and we'll all be rich.
Well, it's not about the prizes, Harry. But, oh boy, does this demonstration go wrong.
What are you talking about? I thought it went exactly according to plan.
Yeah. The fusion reactor definitely doesn't destabilize.
It'll stabilize.
Yeah, Mm-hmm. The inhibitor chip doesn't break.
It'll stabilize.
And Peter definitely doesn't go in as Spider-Man and
it will stabilize.
But anywho, the fusion reactor just destroys everything. Kills his wife. Knocks him unconscious. And oh boy.
Dude, her death was pretty gruesome when you think about it.
But going back a little bit, MJ is back at her parents' house. And her and Peter were talking. This is, I think, right after the birthday party.
It is.
And you can clearly tell MJ's still like,
she wants to get in those spider tights. But
she's all like, I'm seeing somebody now. Who is J. Jonah Jameson's son, John
My son, the astronaut.
Which, part of me wished they had saved him to the 3rd movie, because in the animated show, he's the one who brought Venom to Earth.
I mean, they could have just done the comic way where Spider-Man gets abducted by an alien, fights a bunch of villains with a bunch of superheroes, gets his costume ripped, gets a machine, a black ball comes out, and it latches onto him.
Also, Battle World.
Yeah.
Make a whole Battle World movie with all
make a whole Battle World. It's just Spider-Man and the X-Men, because the Fantastic Four hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, it did.
Was Fantastic Four out yet?
Fantastic Four came out in 2005.
When did this come out?
2004, but for Spider-Man 3, which is when we got the black suit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Fuck.
But, they're bonding, and yeah, Peter's like, so you have a man's now. Okay.
Damn it!
Let's put that in the toll for Peter's life fucking up in this movie.
Yeah, you want to get super messed up. You want to get like Harry Osborn level of messed up in this film, I should say. Take a drink anytime something goes wrong for Peter in this movie.
And his powers are like vanishing as the movie goes on.
I still don't understand how this works.
He had a web block.
Why?
Existential crisis stuff.
Ugh, don't get me started.
But this is where Sam Raimi's horror tropes really start coming into play. Because they think Otto's dead or something.
Oh god, this scene.
And the tentacles.
This scene was terrifying in the theater.
Kill everybody in the room.
Oh, and that one chick when it drags her onto the table and her nail.
Yeah, her nails scrape the floor. Oh my god. Doc Ock wakes up and he's like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I put on Evil Dead.
Otto wakes up and he's like, oh no.
Oh no.
But the AI of the arms corrupt him. And he's like,
rather quickly though.
He's like, wait a minute.
I mean,
I didn't fuck up. It was working.
I'm gonna go on a tangent. Everyone bitches about Anakin's turn to the dark side. This happens quicker.
Well, they did point out earlier that the AI could control him if the inhibitor chip wasn't there. And he's been unconscious for a few hours.
Yeah, he hadn't had his morning coffee yet to fight back.
That's right.
I mean, he didn't have his Starbucks.
But he's all like, I'm not a criminal, but you're right.
Oh, wait, no, it's New York. He didn't have... Wait, it's New York. He didn't have his Dunkin'.
Wait a minute. The real crime be not finishing our work. So he's like, I'm going to go rob a bank. Fuck it. So he's now Dr. Octopus.
Gee, Octi, what are we going to do today? Rob a bank. It's a bit harsh. I was like, rob a bank!
So, Peter goes to Aunt May up to the bank. About the house, I think, foreclosing it or something.
I think so.
And they really can't help her. So Doc Ock's like, all right, I'm just gonna rob you. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, right.
And Peter's all like, I'm gonna stop him. And this is where I call bullshit on this movie. So, Green Goblin was enhanced. He was strong, right?
Yeah.
If Peter punches Doc Ock, his skull should just cave in.
I mean, he punches regular people and their skulls don't cave in.
He's either really holding back.
I imagine so.
Because if he punched Doc Ock full force, his head would probably just come off.
I mean, yeah, because think about it. Like, in Spider-Man 1, he webs down a whole partially demolished brick wall on the Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
That still has to require a hell of a lot of strength.
If you read recent or in Superior Spider-Man books, Doc Ock had no idea Peter was holding back. So he punches Scorpion in the mouth and breaks his jaw off.
Damn.
And he's like, he was holding back all this time. Oh my god.
Oh god.
So my guess is Peter has to be pulling his punches. Otherwise, Doc Ock should not be able to take a punch.
It has to be. Maybe not when he's like punching the tentacles.
No, but regular Doc Ock, he's just a guy. You're just
a man.
But like even during this fight, his powers aren't working right. But with Aunt May's help, he's able to fight off Doc Ock because Aunt May's all like, "Oh, Spider-Man's really a good person," because she was thinking he's an asshole because she fell for news.
I mean, to be honest, Jonah is doing a successful smear campaign.
Yes, he is. But Peter cannot, and I mean cannot, catch a freaking break.
No.
Like, he goes to this this event for John Jameson. He misses Mary Jane's play because he can't get there.
Yeah, and she pissed.
He goes to this this event for John Jameson because JJ asked him to take pictures. Can't even get a drink.
Well, because Harry's fucking drinking up the entire bar.
Runs into Mary Jane, and Mary Jane basically tells him to go piss off.
And Harry's just pounding the brewskis.
Just smacks him in the face in front of everybody.
Okay, Harry, maybe put down the bottle. We can smell you from...
And the woman...
We can smell you from the tavern on the green here. Come on, man.
And the woman he's in love with just agreed to marry someone else. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not Spider-Man anymore.
Fuck this. I'm out.
And just throws the suit in the garbage.
I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. Fuck this. I'm out.
But, like, he needs his glasses again. He can't climb walls. He can't web swing.
He's probably weak as shit.
He is not Spider-Man anymore. He's just a guy. And
again,
to be fair,
I don't understand how this works.
To be fair, he is able to start picking his life back up because he finally makes MJ's play. He's getting his grades back up. I didn't mention his apartment life sucks because he can't afford it anymore. And Kraven the Hunter next door is trying to take his money.
Rent?
Because I was supposed to be a retired Kraven the Hunter.
No way!
I am so dead ass.
No way!
Like, he was supposed to be a retired Kraven the Hunter.
That's amazing!
Rent? What's rent? What?
High? What's
high?
The spider!
Oh, God.
Did someone say hunt?
And, like, his apartment sucks, too. It's so bad.
It's terrible!
But the point is, he starts to realize quickly.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He gives up, but he completely forgets there's a man with octopus arms running around.
Yeah, and he realizes fast, like, no, I'm Spider-Man.
Well, no, yeah, because he saves a kid from a fire, but then the fireman's like, "Yo, someone didn't get out."
Yeah, like he's like, shit, I have to be Spider-Man, and he tries to become Spider-Man and just doesn't work. So
And
Mary,
this scene is why I say Rosemary Harris is definitive Aunt May.
yeah, so she goes to Aunt May's house, or he goes to Aunt May's house, and there's a little kid helping her pack up, and he loves Spider-Man, and the kid asks Peter, "Is Spider-Man coming back?" And Pete's like, "I'm not really sure." Aunt May has to at least suspect he's Spider-Man.
Dude, she knows. She knows. Like the look she gives him when Henry asks her, you take pictures of Spider-Man, right? She freaking knows.
Now, I know the game and the movie aren't the same, but the game straight up confirms Aunt May knew he was Spider-Man.
I've always suspected Aunt May's known by this point.
I feel like she has to.
She has to. Just the speech she gives him, it's way too on the nose.
Well, I feel like she realized it in this movie because Pete disappears and
Yeah.
Spider-Man shows up at the bank to save her.
Exactly. And the way she says, people always come to save little girls like me.
Yeah. So she has to know that her nephew is Spider-Man.
But I like that she doesn't tell him.
Because
she knows if he knows that she knows, he'll worry about her and wouldn't be focused. She's like, let him do it. Just let him. This is something he has to do. He does not need to know I know.
So Harry has been providing Octavius with tritium, or was providing him with tritium to work on the fusion reactor.
Yeah, but it's okay. Osborn, it's okay. Ox providing him with alcohol.
So Harry and Octavius make a deal. You kill Spider-Man, I'll give you all the tritium you want. And
I
Doc's
don't know. I have booze sold.
And Doc Ock's like, how do I find him? He's like, Peter Parker. But please, don't hurt Peter. Just find Spider-Man.
Dude, he just sold out his best friend. What an asshole.
MJ agrees to meet Peter. And they have and they're having a conversation where before Peter and her talked, and he was like, I'm finally what you need me to be. And then as the movie's going on, he's realizing, no, I'm Spider-Man. I have to be Spider-Man. And he's trying to become Spider-Man again. And so they're talking. He's like, MJ, I can't. And she's like, do you love me or not? And he was like,
yeah, she's fed up with this bullshit.
And he was like,
no.
What you mean?
With a question mark?
She's like, well, then kiss me. Then he's like, huh?
Bet.
Which is a callback to the first movie. If you know, you know.
Yeah. She's like, kiss me. Stop, no.
And then his spider sense goes off. And I think a car gets thrown through the fucking place. Or Doc Ock throws a car through there. And, you boy.
Yeah, that's a great subtle approach to get the info you want. Throw a freaking car in there. Probably would have killed him if he wasn't Spider-Man.
Where's Spider-Man? I don't know. I'll find him.
And then he just tosses him and it gets buried alive in rubble. Yeah, that didn't stop.
Yeah, so Spider-Man's back. Because he just breaks out and he's like, all right, fuck this guy.
Well, they messed with his poontang.
Exactly. So
I hate to be crude about it, but that's what it boils down to. You mess with the man's.
So Pete and Doc Ock fight on a train. And
this fight scene's still so cool.
It's iconic. It is absolutely iconic. Doc Ock, being a dick, finds a way to outsmart him, and he destroys the brake, and he's like, you got a train to catch, bye, and just leaves.
Butterfingers.
And Peter's mask gets burned, so he takes it off. And he's able to stop the train with a lot of webs and brute strength.
Oh, yeah.
And
but it exhausts him.
Oh, he's done. And the people are all like, when he wakes up, he's like, don't worry, we won't tell anybody. Do you even know who he is? Like, do you know his name? You know anything about him? No, no?
They don't.
Okay. Actually, they might know. They might, because there might be a picture of him in the Bugle saying guy who takes pictures of Spider-Man or something like that.
Maybe. I don't think Jonah would go that far for crediting him.
So the Doc Ock is back. He's like, yeah, he's coming with me, and all the people are like, you have to go through us, and he's like, okay.
And me, and me, and me, and me,
and I broke the dam.
No, I broke the dam.
I broke the dam.
No, I seriously broke the dam. What's next? Doc Ock's gonna eat Eric Roberts?
Yes, he might.
Eat Eric Roberts. That's what the arms are gonna tell him to do next.
So he actually just takes everybody, slams them into the walls with his tentacles.
It's quite hilarious.
And Spider-Man's just like, no, guys.
They're just like, you have to get through us. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, he just
He's like, bet.
But Peter's like, all right. And he knocks him unconscious. And Harry, before he sent Doc Ock after him, was like, actually, no, bring me Spider-Man alive. He does just that. And Harry's like, here's your tritium. Bye. And Doc Ock's like, bye! And Harry unmasks him, which Sony should not have put that in the
I
trailer.
didn't freaking notice that until you said something. You're like, that was in the trailer.
Yeah, they put that shit in the trailer. Why?
Because it's Sony.
Yeah, let's put the ending of our movies in the trailer. At least they didn't put...
Please, Sony, I'm actually a fan of yours. Please send me a PS5.
Hey, Sony, I'm just happy you didn't put Toby and Andrew in the No Way Home trailers. Good job.
I know, right?
That was probably a Marvel Studios call.
I probably.
They're probably like, don't you fucking dare.
Don't do it. Don't you
It's
do
already
it.
been...
It's already your handiwork.
Peter's all like, yo, he's got MJ. I gotta go save her. You knock this shit off. And Peter's like, Eric's like, you killed my dad? He's like, I'm gonna go save MJ now. Shut up.
Gonna go. You killed my father.
Anyway, so Peter,
I love that. I wish that's how it would happen. Like, no.
Peter confronts Doc Ock and essentially defeats him.
Oh yeah.
Knocks him unconscious, zaps him with some electricity.
Sends his ass flying.
But Peter's mask, he removes the mask to like tell Ock, like, hey, it's
just to kind of break through to him.
And it actually
I love this scene.
It works.
Yeah, because I just love it. His Ock's reaction is like, Peter Parker, brilliant but lazy.
It was beautiful. And it's stuff like this that makes me really like this version of Doc Ock, because you can tell he doesn't want to do this, but he can't really control himself.
It's almost like a drug at this point.
See, it took Tom Holland's Spider-Man tech to do what Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man works.
Boom.
There you go.
Best Spider-Man.
But the reactor has gone.
It's self-sustaining.
And Ock's like, we have to drown it.
It's stabilized.
But I'll do it. So the thing's destroying stuff. And Pete saves MJ, and he's like,
okay, no, this is why this is my favorite scene. From when he removes his mask and talks to Dr. Ock, to the look on Peter's face and MJ's face, and the music plays, is perfect Spider-Man.
So he catches
perfect Spider-Man.
He catches Wallace falling on her, and he's like, hi.
I mean, what else do you say at that?
And she's like, hi. And he's like, this is really heavy. it's so good.
But it's so perfect, though, because I was like, what else can you say at this point? And
Doc Ock drowns the thing, but he goes with it.
How come he couldn't escape from it?
He had to pull it down, and I guess the tentacles were too heavy to swim back.
I wonder if I mean, it's a sun. You think maybe it had a gravitational pull?
Oh, you could see it was pulling shit toward it.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, is it keeping him from, just going like quick sidestep?
It's quite possible, but Peter's like, see, this is why I couldn't be with you, because I'm Spider-Man.
The danger's it's too much.
Yeah, you saw that. Just wait till next week where some black alien monster.
Just wait, or what else could happen? A guy dressed up as a scorpion shows up?
But maybe a guy made of sand. Who knows? Some guy made of water. Perhaps a hunter.
Maybe a guy that can control electricity.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe a lizard man. Maybe a lizard man. Maybe the multiverse will rip apart, and I'll end up in another universe. Who knows?
Maybe Michael Keaton will be a bird man.
Oh,
but
wow,
that was reference on so many levels on that one.
So Harry is conflicted now because he's all like, "My best friend's Peter. Peter killed my dad, but I don't want to hurt Peter. He's my best friend. There's no way he would do
How
this."
much of this is Harry losing his shit, alcohol, and grief?
Yes,
I say, yeah, pretty much. Yes.
but he sees a vision of Norman Osborn.
Come on, Harry. Kills Peter Parker. I'll make a few calls. It'll be no problem.
Avenge me!
Avenge me! Oh, Defoe, never change.
And he finds the goblin equipment, and he's like, "So that was my dad."
Oh, this really pisses me off.
Okay, we'll talk about it in Spider-Man.
But it's so cool. You see the extended glider, and
we'll talk about it in Spider-Man 3.
we'll talk about that.
But MJ is like, "You know what, John? Fuck you," and just leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a successful movie career. You're gonna go off and do Vampire Diaries. Deuces.
And she ends up at Peter's apartment, and he's like, What are you doing here?"
Listen here, Pete. I mean, I'm already getting kidnapped by your enemies. We might as well have the sex.
And he's just like, "All right."
Okay.
And he swings away, and she's all like, "He's already gone. What did I just get myself into?"
Yeah, for real. That look was just like you just agreed to this. So, like, what's that look about?
And she says, "Go get him, Tiger."
Yeah, but then, like, right before it rolls, she gets like a frown face.
That's literally the last shot of the movie.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know where I thought the series was going after this, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it.
Now, this, compared to the first movie, I do think the first movie was better paced.
I agree.
And admittedly, in terms of a villain, the Green Goblin's the best movie Spider-Man villain, hands down.
Well, again, like I said, I think the Goblin's the only one with a body count.
But I gotta say, I do like the relationship between Doc Ock and Peter more than I did Norman and Peter.
I agree. It's still a father figure for Peter.
But
there's still that level of conflict there, I feel.
But I always felt Norman was more sinister than
it's the Goblin.
But even then, like, even when he was just Norman, like, I always thought it was more of a sincerity to Otto Octavius than there was to Norman Osborn.
I felt there was a sincerity to Norman, especially with Peter,
which is a problem because he has an actual son.
Yeah, but we'll get into that next time.
But I do, however, this movie, I was already a fan of Green Goblin when I saw the first Spider-Man.
Well, yeah.
He's my top two. He's in my top two Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Doc Ock was not there, but this movie made me be like, oh shit, Doc Ock. Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. Alfred Molina looks like Otto Octavius.
Yeah. Well, I also think Willem Dafoe looked like so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he definitely absolutely does. Something this movie, I don't think J. Jonah Jameson has as big of a role in 2 as he did in 1. He's almost just kind of there.
It's almost like he's more comic relief than he was in 1.
Yeah, in the 1 he had some sort of relevance to the plot. Here he just doesn't. He never really gets involved in the conflict with Doc Ock like he did with Green Goblin.
Which is weird. I mean, like, that's his son's fiance.
But, like, didn't care.
Yeah, it was weird. I felt like it was
Harry Osborn is a douche in this movie.
He's a drunk.
He's a fucking... I hate his hair. His hair bugs the shit out of me. I don't know why, but it just... Ugh.
It bugs you.
It really does. Like, and then he goes back to his hair in the first movie in Spider-Man 3, so, like...
Thank God.
What happened here?
I think he looked in the mirror, he's like, oh, no. No, he put on Rocky 3, he's like, oh, no.
Now, I will say this. If you want to see a story of Harry Osborn becoming a bad guy, play Spider-Man 2. But
yeah,
they do that. That series does that way better than the movies, and it's not even Green Goblin. It turns out.
I know. Don't get me started on that.
Well, that's another story. That's a whole other story. Aunt May.
Go watch Blade Breaker Spider-Man 2 review.
I do
on
think
YouTube.
Aunt May has a more pivotal role this time.
Yes.
Because she is really, I think, the push that gave Peter the go to be like, all right, I got to get back to being Spider-Man.
My
This is
back! And provide us
Oh.
all with the greatest meme ever. One of them.
Oh, my back.
My back! My back! And somewhere in the distance, you just hear someone going, my leg!
Yeah, I can't think of another movie where the main character is such a quick and brutal beatdown. Like, not by a villain, but by life. Like
I mean, it's a perfect. I mean, that's what the comics, Spider-Man comics is. Peter Parker never can catch a break.
This movie is just constant. Like,
whether by life or his own doing. Thank you, Joe Quesada.
It's just poor Peter Parker. I will say, I think this is the movie where Tobey Maguire did the best job portraying Peter of the three.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I liked him in the first movie. I don't so much like him in 3, but we'll talk about that. But this really got the whole he's trying
I'll defend this 3 performance when we get to 3.
Hi, Dodger. He's trying to do good by everybody in this movie, and he fucking just can't.
He it's literally like what Aunt May says in Spider-Man 1. You do too much. And he hasn't he hasn't gotten a balancing act.
I said this before, but I do think Green Goblin was a bigger threat than Doc Ock.
Well, like I said, Goblin definitely had more of a body count. Goblin was more actively pursuing Spider-Man.
I also think Goblin just put up more of a fight.
Yeah,
Doc Ock did.
Doc Ock is like, I'm just getting the shit I need to continue my research.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Spider-Man just keeps getting in the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Goblin was actively pursuing Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was just killing people.
Yeah, and just didn't give a shit about casualties. I mean, neither does the octopus, but
Doc Ock didn't really. The tentacles killed those doctors, but
oh yeah, that does body count technically.
But that wasn't Otto doing it consciously.
Yeah, no.
He accidentally killed some people.
Who'd he kill?
Accidentally killed his wife.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
That's it.
And himself.
That wasn't really accidental.
No, but I mean, he sacrificed himself. But
yeah,
part of what makes me love this movie as much as I do, and I've openly said just now that I think first one's better paced. It's the dynamic between not only Peter and Doc Ock, but Peter and MJ, I think, is one of the highlights of the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
And not so much Harry. Harry really bugs me the more I think about it.
Yeah.
He's not dealing with the death of his father very well. He's taking it out on Peter Parker, who just wants to help Harry move on in his life, which...
Well, again, it's not that he's wanting to take it out on Peter, because he still
cares about Peter. He
still cares about Peter. They're best friends. They're pretty much brothers. But Harry, there's that resentment that he had because Norman preferred Peter. Let's be real here. Harry has resentment because of that, and MJ picked Peter over him. Yeah. Harry has a lot of resentment.
Well, there's a lot of things Peter had to deal with. Like he confronted Aunt May about what happened with Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
And at first she was like, "What?" And then immediately was like, "Nope. You know what? You didn't do it. You admitted what happened. Good on you, buddy."
Yeah, no, she's like, "The brave step. What you did."
Aunt May's the only one in this movie who never gives Peter really any shit.
Well, Aunt May never does give Peter shit.
No, she doesn't.
As far as I'm aware of, I mean, maybe they had bits of it out in the comics.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you've got Pete. It's just Peter's life is just a mess in this movie. And
well, again, he hasn't figured out how to balance Spider-Man with life.
By the end of the movie, you could tell like he's going to figure it out.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
To be fair, by Spider-Man 3, he absolutely has figured it out.
Yeah, he's figured it out.
But Spider-Man 3 is for another day.
Yeah.
Until Black Panther. This was the highest rated comic movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Higher than Iron Man?
I think they're the same.
Higher than The Dark Knight?
Yeah, by 1 point.
Wow.
Dark Knight.
I have definite problems with the Nolan trilogy. They have not aged as well.
The Dark Knight. No, that Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, Iron Man, and Dark Knight have the same score. They all have a 94.
Wow.
Actually, once Iron Man came out, that actually took over as my favorite comic movie from Spider-Man 2. But that's a whole nother day. That's a review for another day.
Yeah.
But as a Spider-Man movie, this is one of the best.
Oh yeah.
Freaking.
I've said this from the beginning. I got shiver. I still kind of prefer Spider-Man 1. I think once Peter loses power, the film kind of drags a little bit.
Well, that's why I said this before. I think Spider-Man 1 is much better paced.
Yeah, and
than Spider-Man 2.
This might just be me and where I'm at in a headspace. I don't like seeing my main character constantly get shit. I'm like, give the person a break.
But that's my argument. There is when he actually does rise up, he earned that shit.
He definitely earned it. Yes, absolutely earned it.
And he finally got what he wanted from between the two first movies. He finally got everything he was looking for.
Absolutely.
And then
and it's definitely earned.
And then Spider-Man 3 just kind of.
We'll get to that. I feel that's going to be a hot take episode.
Yeah. So if you can't tell, our next review is going to be Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Like we said, we're doing a Spider-thon.
But I think from a personal perspective, as much as I think this first Spider-Man is better paced, this one resonates with me more than Spider-Man 1 does.
I think this one's better acted and better filmed.
Oh, absolutely.
But the pacing,
the CG in this one has aged a lot better.
Absolutely. Well, again, they pretty much eliminated human CG models.
And then we bring them back in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, like...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Anyway, next review is going to be Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
So stick around for that. But actually,
that's going to probably be a debate.
You know what? Actually, since they all know what the one after that is, I lost where I was going with this. But point is, stick around for Spider-Man 3, and then we will go from there. We might have a guest for Spider-Man 3. We'll see.
Oh, we will?
We're gonna try. We are going to try.
We've had bad luck with guests lately.
In general, have you guys ever had a guest on this channel?
Yeah, Petey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Staying Alive episode.
Oh, god damn. All right. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Video. Wow, this is not a video. This is a podcast.
Yeah, that's your other thing, Frankie.
Oh, actually, before we go, did you ever play the tie-in game?
For this?
Yeah.
No, I only played Spider-Man 1 and 3's tie-in.
It's aged.
It's aged like milk. What are you talking about? Everyone praised that. And I was just something about it just not appealing. Ultimate Spider-Man, way better.
Oh, Ultimate Spider-Man actually still holds up. But, yeah, the tie-in game, I played the first tie-in game a lot. I didn't play a tie-in game for this one, though.
I don't mind the original tie-in game.
I didn't play the tie-in.
I think it has nostalgic value, and
yeah, I didn't play Spider-Man 2 or fully play it until 2022.
Yeah, I just feel like that the whole mission-based stuff was kind of dumb in order to progress your story. I never liked that gameplay mechanic.
It's ugly. It is an ugly.
It's an ugly game. It is an ugly game. I never liked how it looked visually. Yeah, I think that mission format works for Ultimate Spider-Man.
Well, also Ultimate Spider-Man selling it original.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we're gonna start Spider-Man 3 with huge excitement and then skyfall down. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Until then, thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
So long.